Understanding whether a woman is flirting with you or just being friendly can be confusing. Friendly behavior and flirtation sometimes overlap. Both may involve smiling, laughter, and warmth. However, there are distinct signs that can help you tell the difference. If you've been wondering where you stand, here's 5 signs she's flirting with you and not just being friendly. Number 1, she initiates and sustains eye contact. Understanding the difference between friendly behavior and genuine flirtation can be subtle, especially when it comes to nonverbal communication. One of the most telling signs lies in eye contact, a powerful, often underestimated indicator of interest. While it's true that many friendly individuals will look you in the eye during a conversation, a woman who's flirting tends to do something a little different. She not only initiates eye contact, but also sustains it in a way that feels deliberate, intimate, and charged with emotion. This extended gaze is rarely accidental. When a woman initiates and holds eye contact, she's potentially signaling something beyond casual friendliness. It's not just about looking, it's about how she looks. You may notice that her eyes linger on yours a moment longer than usual, long enough to catch your attention and make you wonder if there's more to the interaction. Additionally, the way she holds the gaze often includes subtle but meaningful cues. Her pupils may appear slightly dilated, a physiological response that can occur when someone is interested or emotionally engaged. Also, what often accompanies this type of eye contact is a smile. Not just any smile, but one that reaches her eyes. This is known as a Duchenne smile, and it's widely recognized as a genuine expression of pleasure or warmth. When a woman looks at you with that kind of smile while holding your gaze, it suggests a deeper emotional connection, possibly even attraction. It's an unspoken message that's far more personal and engaged than typical friendly interaction. Furthermore, the nature of this gaze can carry a playful or teasing undertone. She might tilt her head slightly or raise an eyebrow, combining her look with a subtle expression that feels flirtatious. It's as though she's inviting you into a private conversation, one that doesn't need words to be understood. This unspoken communication can create a sense of closeness, a shared moment that feels charged and meaningful. While it's important not to jump to conclusions based on eye contact alone, when paired with other signals and context, it becomes a strong indicator of interest. A woman who's merely being friendly may make eye contact out of politeness or engagement in the conversation, but she is less likely to hold your gaze in a way that feels emotionally intimate or personally directed. In essence, when a woman initiates and sustains eye contact, especially when it's accompanied by subtle smiles, dilated pupils, and an overall sense of playfulness, it's a good sign that her attention is more than just friendly. It's her way of opening the door for deeper connection, inviting you to notice that there's something more behind her look than simple courtesy. Number 2, she finds reasons to touch you. When trying to distinguish between friendliness and flirtation, one of the most revealing cues is physical touch. While people often engage in platonic contact as part of everyday social interactions, flirtatious touches tend to carry a different energy, more intentional, more frequent, and often more lingering. These subtle physical gestures can speak volumes about someone's feelings, especially when a woman goes out of her way to find reasons to make contact. For example, if she reaches out and touches your arm while laughing at a joke, it's not just about the humor. The touch becomes a bridge, a way of creating a moment of closeness that goes beyond the words exchanged. This is not the kind of casual contact you might expect in a strictly friendly context. It's more personal and deliberate. Also, such gestures are often repeated. A one-off touch might be accidental, but when it happens multiple times, it's a stronger signal that there's a layer of interest beyond mere friendship. Additionally, the nature of the touch matters. Flirtatious contact is typically light but meaningful. She may brush her hand against yours as she passes you something, or let her hand linger slightly longer on your shoulder during a goodbye. These are not bold or overt moves, but they are calculated in a way that allows her to test the waters, seeing how you respond and whether you're open to the connection being built. Furthermore, the timing and context of these touches are often telling. If she consistently finds ways to be close to you during conversations, perhaps leaning in and lightly placing her hand on your back as she laughs or gently nudging you during playful banter, these gestures are likely more than friendly. They serve as a way to establish intimacy without needing to say anything directly. In many cases, women use these kinds of touches to express interest while maintaining the subtlety that allows for a graceful retreat if the interest isn't reciprocated. It's also worth noting that when a woman is simply being polite or sociable, physical contact is usually more formal, like a handshake, or brief, such as a quick pat on the back. In contrast, flirty touches often feel more spontaneous and emotionally charged, even when they appear casual on the surface. The difference lies in intention, and that intention is often revealed in how the touch is delivered and repeated over time. In short, when a woman finds reasons to touch you in ways that are soft, sustained, and slightly more frequent than expected, it's usually a strong sign she's flirting. These are not random acts of contact, but intentional signals meant to create a subtle sense of intimacy. Recognizing this can help you understand her true intentions and respond in kind, whether with interest or respectful clarity. Number 3, she teases you playfully. Understanding the difference between a woman being friendly and genuinely flirting can often feel like navigating a complex social maze. One of the more telling yet easily overlooked indicators of flirtation is playful teasing. This kind of behavior, subtle and layered with nuance, can speak volumes when interpreted correctly. When a woman teases you in a lighthearted way, it can be one of the clearest signs that she's not just being sociable, she's expressing a deeper, more personal interest. Playful teasing often mirrors the age-old playground dynamic of pulling pigtails, a childhood metaphor for affection that carries into adult interactions in a more refined and socially acceptable form. If she gives you a quirky nickname, pokes fun at something you said, or engages you in a friendly verbal challenge, she's not just making conversation, she's inviting a deeper connection. This behavior often emerges when she feels comfortable around you, and it serves as a way to create a fun, flirtatious dynamic. Also, the manner in which she teases you can be particularly revealing. If her tone is gentle and her jokes are never mean-spirited, it's a strong indication that her intent is not to mock, but to bond. A teasing comment, accompanied by a mischievous grin, laughter, or twinkling eyes suggests she's looking for your reaction and hoping you'll play along. This back-and-forth banter is not only enjoyable, but also builds a shared sense of intimacy, a hallmark of flirtation. Additionally, pay close attention to the nonverbal cues that accompany her teasing. If her cheeks flush slightly after a joke, or if she touches her hair, looks away briefly, or bites her lip while laughing, these are subtle signs that her teasing is emotionally charged. Her body language may inadvertently betray a heightened sense of awareness around you, signaling that her teasing is fueled by attraction rather than casual friendliness. Furthermore, the consistency and exclusivity of her playful teasing can deepen the message. If she seems to reserve this behavior primarily for you, teasing you more often than others or in a more personalized way, it's an even stronger indicator that she sees you as someone special. In contrast to general friendliness, which tends to be more evenly distributed in neutral, flirtatious teasing carries a distinctive emotional energy that sets it apart. In the end, while teasing can sometimes be brushed off as simply being friendly, the context, tone, and accompanying cues tell a different story. When a woman playfully challenges you, jokes with you, and shares laughter that feels a little more electric than usual, it's worth considering that her intentions go beyond mere politeness. She may very well be flirting, signaling her interest with a smile and a well-placed tease. Number 4, she gives you her undivided attention. In today's fast-paced, digitally driven world, genuine presence is becoming a rare commodity. People are constantly multitasking, glancing at their phones during conversations, distracted by notifications, or mentally preparing their next task. So when a woman gives you her undivided attention, it speaks volumes. It may even be a sign that she's not just being polite or friendly. She might be flirting with you. When a woman is truly interested in you on a deeper, more personal level, she makes a conscious effort to be fully present in the moment. If she sets her phone aside, looks you directly in the eyes, and listens with genuine attentiveness, she's doing more than engaging in casual small talk. Also, the way she reacts to what you say, nodding, smiling, asking thoughtful follow-up questions, suggests that she values the interaction and wants to keep the connection alive. These are subtle but powerful indicators that her attention isn't merely a matter of courtesy. Additionally, her interest often extends beyond the immediate conversation. She remembers the small, seemingly insignificant details you've shared, like your favorite childhood movie, your go-to coffee order, or how your dog hates the rain. These little things may seem trivial, but when a woman brings them up later, it's a sign she was not only listening, but storing that information because it matters to her. A friendly acquaintance might smile and respond in the moment, but they typically won't recall those personal tidbits days or weeks later. Furthermore, the quality of her attention reflects a kind of emotional investment. She doesn't just hear your words, she tunes into your tone, your expressions, and even your silences. She notices when something's off and may gently ask if you're okay. This level of attentiveness is often reserved for people we feel a connection with, not just casual friends or coworkers. It's an invitation to deepen the conversation in the relationship, and it often signals romantic or flirtatious intent. So if you find yourself in the company of a woman who gives you a full, unbroken attention, who listens with genuine interest, remembers what you say, and engages with you in a way that feels personal, it's worth considering that her behavior goes beyond simple friendliness. In a world full of distractions, undivided attention is one of the clearest signs of genuine interest, and perhaps the early stages of something more than friendship. Number 5, she finds excuses to be around you. Understanding the difference between friendliness and flirting can be tricky, especially when it seems like someone is simply being warm or social. However, one key sign that a woman might be flirting rather than just being nice is that she finds excuses to be around you. This behavior often goes beyond casual friendliness and signals a deeper level of interest. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, she will often look for ways to position herself in your world. It might seem coincidental at first. She might bump into you at your favorite coffee shop or suddenly start attending events you've mentioned in passing. While this can be dismissed as chance, repeated occurrences are often intentional. These subtle efforts to cross paths are ways of getting closer without appearing too forward. Also pay attention to how she lingers during social settings. If you're part of a group gathering and she consistently finds a way to stay near you, even as others begin to leave, it's likely not just because she enjoys the group's company. She may be hanging back to get one-on-one time with you, hoping to keep the conversation going just a bit longer. These moments are usually filled with open body language, frequent eye contact, and a genuine interest in what you have to say, all of which are signs that she values the personal connection. Additionally, you might notice that she initiates contact more often than others do, whether it's a quick message to share something that reminded her of you, a call to ask a simple question, or a casual suggestion to meet for coffee or lunch. These actions reflect more than simple friendliness. Reaching out without any real necessity is often a subtle way to stay connected and gauge your interest in return. If she's making the effort to start conversations or plan casual meetups, it's a strong indication that she wants to spend more time with you, not just as a friend, but as someone she might like in a romantic way. Furthermore, her willingness to be available when you need company or support speaks volumes. She might rearrange her schedule to accompany you somewhere or show up when you mention needing a hand with something. These aren't just friendly gestures. They're thoughtful and deliberate actions that stem from a desire to be close to you emotionally and physically. In essence, while friendliness can include warm smiles and polite conversation, flirting often involves intentional effort. If she's consistently finding ways to be where you are, reaching out for reasons that aren't strictly necessary, and creating opportunities for deeper interaction, there's a good chance her intentions are more romantic than platonic. Noticing these patterns can help you better understand the signals she's sending and decide how you want to respond. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for future videos.